Hey man, I got this problem, but maybe not. Did you know today is the 6 month anniversary of a very important event? Just not in the United States, right? Yeah, today is 6 months after the official implementation of a specific policy change, law, passed by the Duma. Yeah, I didn't know that until this morning. It was about, what, 2:12 American time, right here in Dallas, which would have been 3:12 on the East Coast. And it had some law having to do with carbon credit and no taxation. Yeah, is that Russian tax evasion? Well, there were all of those tax laws that Russia put into effect in 2016. When I was in Chicago and somebody was trying to get me to get arrested as part of some sort of, lobbying for changes to the tax code in the state of Illinois. And I didn't know that there was a concurrent effort with S82 and HR 399 on the federal level, which I've been tracking ever since, right? Because somehow now I got to deal with another 6 month coming up. And I realized this a couple days ago, but I didn't quite make the connection. And then today, what do I find? Oh my goodness. Have you heard of this case, System Pipe and Supply Incorporated versus MV Viktor Kornatovsky? As of Shipping Company. 242 F3D 322. Fifth Circuit 2001. February 26, 2001. You know what that means? August 26, February 26, 2001. Which means August 26, 2021 is going to be 20 years and 6 months. Do you also know what August 26 of 2001 is? 2021 is? August 26th of 2021 is going to be the 5th anniversary of my confirmation of going down to the Department of Justice in Chicago, Illinois, and turning in some paper, actual printouts of actual reports, one of which had been published online and on my blog, and one of which hadn't been published at a publication, and that I had sent to Congress requesting an investigation. Yeah, a couple months before. But August 26, 2016, I was on site. And, you had to go up the escalator, and you had to wait in the lobby, and you call them up, and then these guys come down. There were two, which means there were two witnesses, guys. Two witnesses to me handing that paper to those guys representing themselves as if they worked for the Department of Justice in Chicago, right? Now, did other people see it? Yes, they did. Other people did. Actually, other people saw printouts. And actually, I tried to talk to somebody with some of those printouts. I did. Actually, I tried to do that several times. And actually, I talked to people in person about the whole impetus behind that, which had something to do with allegations of police brutality, which I alleged had to do with bonds, specifically water bonds to begin with, but then the relationship between water bonds and municipal bonds, right? It was August 26th, 2021. What's this? Got a couple days left, right? 6 days. 6 days is going to be 6 months after the 20 year on this case. You ever read this case? I've read through it. Somebody mentioned it in a footnote. Right? When I tried to file with the court, and they didn't even speak to anything having to do with my case. So I'm like, wait a second, are you using my case as a derivative action for Kornatovsky? But you know what I didn't know until right now. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be so stunned. What's this? What's this? Wait a second, don't be doing that to me. Come on now, right here. Lynch versus Von Kornatovsky. Right? 2:18-CV 1-10095. Date filed October 29, 2018. Do you know what happened on October 29, 2018? Do you know what happened in the world of CBRN on October 29, 2018? Yeah, I do. And I actually have a report somewhere else that I did in response to what happened on October 29, 2018. But we're not talking about CBRN, are we? No. This date terminated May 2nd, 2019. Really? Nobody told me that at the time they were issuing a major bond. How much was that bond? How much was that bond? Anybody remember? I do. Actually, I do. And I actually tried to file a report about that, right? But no. What's this case about? You're never gonna believe this. I can't believe it. This is what this case is about. Is this my case? You just didn't tell me? Am I Kornatovsky? What's this about? Let's see, what's this about? Plaintiff brings action against defendants alleging they conspired with each other and with others to execute a fraud upon plaintiff in connection with the sale of securities, causing plaintiff to lose all of the amounts invested in investment contracts sold to plaintiff by defendants, having to do with U.S. Treasury bonds. No. Do you know how serious fraud on the level of U.S. Treasury bonds is? You know, those are the kind of things that could do what if you're talking about tax evasion? Are we talking about tax evasion in the United States? Why would I have anything to do with potential tax evasion involving other countries, including Russia? Oh my gosh. Did I just get this wrong? Did you cite one Kurnatovsky in my motion that had to do with a maritime vessel after another person coded me to be U-209, right? You gotta love that, right? When they make you the German submarine. And you've already tried to contact the Attorney General about his investigation of German submarines. And he never gets back to you. Was it the wrong Attorney General? Was I in error when I followed up on allegations that were pending before September 11th about how women trafficked from the former Soviet Union were first sent to Israel, which was a relay for trafficking women from the former Soviet Union to other countries, including the United States, including to, well, Chicago, right? Yeah. I know. I'm not that person anymore. There was some sort of securities fraud, and there were allegations of securities fraud, and then there was some follow-up on that, and I'm gonna have my final report for you by the 6-month anniversary, right? 6 months after the 20th anniversary of that case you cited, instead of actually addressing the substantive facts of the case. Don't worry, I'm not gonna let you down. Are you going to just use it as a way to swap out shares connected to stock portfolios for gas and oil companies that are doing a dump this year that is different than the dump they did in 2017 they got busted for? I just want to know, right? Because that specific company, if I'm not mistaken, was trying to effect some sort of tender in Iraq when you were setting me up to be used in some sort of derivative action connected to the Ukraine. And yet you want me to be doing what when it comes to tax evasion in Russia? I'm sorry. Nobody told me that they were authorized in any way, shape, or form to use me and my life in order to try to aid and abet crime originating in foreign countries. Why? Because this country, it seems, has a very, very big problem applying its own law when it comes to authenticating source origin of transactions originating in the United States, much less in other countries, right? So were you talking to somebody else today? Or were you again in this little bubble of some sort of alleged cyberspace or Internet of Things or whatever you want to call it, where you're literally again spying on me from within my own country and defaulting on major deadlines you have due in performance of your requirements for your job? Because it's actually that criminal and you have not succeeded in framing me yet? I think that's exactly what's going on. You know what? I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep it on that account. There's nothing misrepresented here, right? Are we clear on this now?